Everybody, how is it going? I am Lucas, and today we're going to be looking at an album from All That Remains called A Victim of the New Disease. I got really big into these guys, kind of, sort of, in 2010 when For We Are Many came out. Adam D from Killswitch had produced that album. It was cool, I liked it. That was the first time I got into it, and then I kind of backtracked to listen to some older albums, which I liked. But after For We Are Many came out, I kind of quit listening to them for a little bit. I mean, the Phil kept popping up back in the news because of all the comments that he would make. And right before this album, Oli Herbert, the lead guitarist in the band, actually died, which was extremely sad because I may not have been the biggest fan of this band per se, but I was a fan of his because he was one of the first artists and guitarists that I noticed was playing Fishman pickups, and I'm absolutely in love with him now. And it really sucks when someone in general dies long before they were in the 80s and 90s. It's really sad when they die suddenly like this. But anyway, let's get on with Oli's final album with All That Remains. The very first song is called F Love. Now, in the past, they have done like Garth Brooks covers of Thunder Rolls, which I like that original song, but the cover wasn't so great in my opinion. And they've kind of gone more of a radio rock way, but for this one they want to really get back to their metalcore roots, and F Love definitely does that. It's a very great opening song. It's hard, it brings the riffs, it's in your face. It got some nice good screams, and it definitely goes back to their roots. This is a great strong opening track. I think this was the first single that they previewed off the album too. The next song up, Everything's Wrong. This is a radio rock song. It starts with some clean guitar. It kind of sounds like a little classical riff going on. It's definitely a radio rock song. I don't really like it. It's kind of lame. It's gonna do very well on the radio. It's just someone looking for metalcore, and it's not gonna do it. The next one up, Blood I Spill, opens up with a massive scream, so we're back. We're definitely back to being raw and hard. It's very different from Everything's Wrong. The chorus repeats a few times. And the chorus has a kind of a radio feel to it. When I say radio feel, like an easy poppy type of thing. That's what I mean. But it gets heavy toward the end of the song, which is great. So this song is this song's okay. It's definitely a step in the right direction. Wasteland starts with some lo-fi guitar and drums, and it kicks in and it's super heavy. Chorus is very laid back and friendly. When the verse kicks right back in, it gets real back nasty again, which is good. It's cool, good contrast going on there. We get a tasty solo about halfway through the song, and the chorus repeats. And then we have a little outro in the song, which goes into the next song, which is Alone in the Darkness. This one starts with some acoustic guitar, which it keeps all the way through. It's kind of like the ballad of the album, kind of a more radio rock. It's very bland. It didn't really all do that for me. Misery in Me opens up with some guitar riffs and some double kick drums, have a nice good driving feel. Chorus has a very popish feel to it, kind of like a song was above it. Has a nice driving solo towards the end. This song is good. You have a good alteration of heavy and soft parts in it. It's better than Wasteland, I guess you could say. It's a little step up from it. Broken, the 7th song on the album, starts off with a nice hard riff, has a soft pre-chorus, which goes into a nice laid back open chorus. Halfway through the song, it's a change of pace, has a nice little nasty breakdown, and that's when the song gets good, in my opinion. And then when it comes back to the chorus, and then it ends the song. This song is, it's okay. It's not my favorite song on there. But the next song up, number 8, is Just Tell Me Something. This is finishing Danny Worsnop. I think I said that right. He's from Asking Alexandria. This is a 100% radio rock song. It has a little bit more distorted guitars in it. It's a little bit more driving in the ballads and stuff that we got before it. This is probably gonna do well on radio rock. It's just, once again, not my thing, and it's kind of in line with a lot of stuff they've been doing in previous years. Number 9, I Meant What I Said, is the next song. It's a very laid back verse, and it goes into another even laid back chorus. So the song, it's very like laid back. It isn't so much radio rock, but it's just very laid back. Towards the end of the song, it kicks up. It has some very awesome riffs going on in the end, which is how the song ends. The little song has a little piano outro, which takes us into the final track on the album, Victim of the New Disease, which is also the title track. It starts off with a very badass riff, which it kind of reminded me of Slipknot a little bit. And this track is an awesome way to end the album. And it's very in your face. It's kind of like F Love at the top. It's a very good way to close things out. Chorus is very open for a bit. Then at the end it goes right back into the Slipknot riff. It has a badass bridge and a little solo thing going on. I think this song is about politics, but I'm not 100% sure. And barring Phil's views on things, it can kind of spoil it a little bit. But if you already love this band and if you love the band, then you're just gonna love this song even more. The song ends with the opening of the chorus, and the song itself ends on a pinch harmonic, which is cool because it kind of sets the whole precedent for the album. Ali's final pinch harmonic recorded. And a lot of sadness surrounding this album, being that Ali passed so suddenly. I mean, he passed literally like I think 2 or 3 weeks before the album came out. I like the fact that the album has, you have some hard stuff, you have some soft stuff. The Radio Rock stuff completely turned me off, but they did layer it right. They probably are going to sell a lot of albums. It probably is going to get a lot of radio play. Overall, I'm gonna have to give this album a 3 out of 5. It's decent. It's better than a lot of the stuff they put out in the past. They're returning to their metalcore roots, which is nice. They didn't do any lame covers that they've kind of done in the past. Overall, I'm sad. I'm sad Ali's gone. I liked him as a guitarist. I mean, I wasn't, like I said, I was still a fan of his, even though I wasn't necessarily a fan of the band. But at least he got to fully record the album before he passed away. What are your thoughts on the album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Thought it was an alright album. It's a good return to grace for All That Remains. I really don't know where they're going to go from here. I'm sure they're still going to try and replace Ali, and I guess we'll see where it goes from there. But let me know what you think about this album in the comments down below. So me, I'm going to have to be out. Peace.